Well, a Belgian man has been convicted of a dastardly crime. He's being ordered to pay almost $4,000. What did he do? He said something sexist, and Belgium has a law against that. It criminalizes phrases that, quote, express contempt for women. Now that law has been put to use for the first time. Cathy Areu is founding publisher of Catalina magazine. She's our Sherpa into progressive America. She thinks this might not be a bad idea for our country, and she joins us tonight. Cathy, great to see you.
Hi, good to see you.
So you think that we could learn something from Belgium, that maybe we should criminalize sexist speech.
Yes.
Would we also criminalize sexist thought? I'm just trying to get the parameters here.
I would say sexist speech and sexist thought is hateful speech and hateful thought, and people with those hateful thoughts go on to commit hateful crimes. So yeah, why don't we nip it in the bud and stop these guys from continuing to go further and committing violent crimes?
Okay, so we're going to create a new class of thought crime. But you said guys. Would it ever conceivably apply to women? I was watching The Bachelor the other night, which is obviously an hour-long exploitation of women. Hard to think of a more sexist spectacle than that. And a lot of the producers are women. So would they be up for sexism charges in your world?
Absolutely not. You know that women as a minority in this country, even though we are the majority, we're still the minority because white men are in charge. And it's hard to be a sexist and put the majority down when you're still considered the minority. So no, women cannot be sexist. We are the victims of sexism.
But what if you were like Anna Wintour, okay, and you had a magazine wholly devoted to exploiting women's bodies and basically encouraging eating disorders? Because you're a woman, you still would not be sexist?
Well, that's an industry that makes a living off of those things. And believe it or not, the highest paid women in the world are models. So unfortunately, the only way that women could make more money than men are through modeling and through these magazines. So she actually did a favor to women by showing them in these magazines and helping women make more than men. So sadly.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, sadly.
So sexist speech and sexist thought will be criminalized.
Yeah, because it's hateful.
In the Republic of Cathy Areu. What would the punishment be? Would these be misdemeanors or felonies?
Well, I mean, I think these men would move on to commit crimes. So shouldn't we nip it in the bud? Shouldn't we listen to people when they're saying hateful things and get them right when they're saying these sexist comments? And make it a felony. Put them away, make them learn their lesson. And when they come out, they'll be better people. So teach them a lesson.
Maybe they would come out as sad and broken people. Would that bother you?
I don't think well, if they're not hurtful and violent, it would not upset me if they're sad. No. I mean, they're sad, but they're not aggressive and violent. So be it. Yeah.
How would, since sexist thought would be illegal, how would we determine?
Sexist language, not thought, language.
Okay. Can we define sexist? So, like, for example, is it
hurtful to women?
Hurtful to women,
yes.
Right? But all women don't have the same standard for what's hurtful. So, for example, is it sexist to open a door for a woman, or is it sexist not to open a door for a woman?
I think it's a case-by-case basis. I think if a woman is offended, then yeah, it might be the wrong thing to do. So sexism, it's hard to tell, but women who are aware of it, feel it, understand it, and yeah, sexism is alive and well. And those of us who realize it want an end to it. We want to be treated equally.
Right.
So yeah, we have to teach these people that that is wrong. And this person in Belgium did call this police officer, better suited for another job because this was a woman. It was a police officer, and that was sexist. The things he said were awful, and he should be put away.
Well, speaking of, well, it sounds like he's being punished.
Yeah,
finally, I mean, so if we're creating a whole new class of crime, obviously we're repealing the First Amendment and 250 years of tradition in order to do it. But
well,
whatever.
It's Belgium. It's not their amendment.
No, but I'm just saying if it were here, but you know, to make an omelet, you break some eggs. So, but we'd also need to hire a whole new class of law enforcement, obviously, to enforce these laws, kind of like the Saudis do. What would that be like? Where would there be speech police in public places? Could they come into your home? Like, how would you do this?
Well, this country already has it. There are profanity laws. So this country's had laws that are about 100 years old. They're according to municipalities and according to different states. You can't say bad words in public within an officer or a children's earshot. So we already have those kind of laws in this country. So why not reintroduce the profanity laws with sexism laws and move on from words that offend to actions and concepts that offend and that are violent?
What's going to happen to rap music?
Rap music? Well, I think teenagers are going to continue to enjoy it, and parents are going to continue to hate it, and hopefully the rap stars will learn to rap about nicer things and not teach such hatred.
Yeah, they better, or they're going to be in Cathy Areu prison.
I'll put them in prison. I will,
course,
yeah.
we're rooting for them. Cathy, thank you very much. Good
No
to see
problem.
you.
Hello, my name is Jane. I'm social justice based. Agree with me or you